Hey guys, what is up? We are live. What's going on out there today? Happy Tuesday morning. I hope everyone's doing well. If you're catching the live version, I'm here in the Rocky Mountains, Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And God dang it. Beautiful morning here. We do have a kind of a major fire north of us, but I think they're getting control of that. Hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed. We got some rain in the forecast coming up, so that should help as well. But wherever you are, hope you're having a great start to the day. And if you're catching this on the replay, yeah, what's going on? So look, what are we working on? We're working this week on the doubles return to serve, and really specifically when you've got a really active servers partner up there at net, dancing around, fake poaching, doing all this stuff, trying to make your life miserable with a return, which is easy for them to do unless we kind of flip the picture and unless we are really proactive in terms of taking charge of making sure that we turn that server's partner into a statue, making sure that they stay and that we're in charge, right? So look, how do you do that? We're working on this all week. I've actually on Thursday morning, I've got a mini course coming out, which is going to really help you, I think, with kind of changing the entire picture mentally, having a different mindset for you. Also, what are the three shots you've got to have, the three types of returns that you've got to have to be able to force that active servers partner to not be active, and how to be consistent, actually technique-wise executing those shots. The one thing I want to tell you today, to try to continue to get inside your head, that yes, you are in charge, not that server's net partner. You are in charge. And something I do against an unknown opponent from the very beginning, I kind of want to probe. I want to see just how active. I'm assuming that every good servers partner is going to want to be active up there. If nothing else, they're going to want to be fake poaching all the time, trying to visually distract my visual landscape, right? So that as I'm watching the incoming serve, that I get distracted by some movement out in that landscape by that servers partner. And so even if they only do that, I still don't trust it. I still don't trust that they might not move from time to time. And I feel like my job as a returner, number one, is to set up my partner, right? I've got my partner up there starting on the service line anyway, trying to go cross court, trying to get the ball down at a serve and volley player, right? Trying to get the ball down to their feet, cross court. And at the same time, I may have to lob, right? Because I've got either a tough incoming serve that if I try to force it cross court, either it's going to be an unforced error, force it, unforced. Well, you know what I mean. Or it's just a ripe opportunity for that server's partner to cross and poach. And so I may have to lob. Well, that's okay, because I may be setting up my partner who's already up there for some kind of an overhead or some kind of something. I may have to drive my return right at that server's partner just to see how good are they in terms of their volley technique. I'm not trying to go up the alley. I'm not trying to thread the needle and hit the outright winner. I'm actually trying to probe and see how do they handle a ball that's driven right at them. And lots of times they just, if it's right at them, the technique is not great in the volley, and they just kind of slightly get it back. Now I've got an opportunity. Now my partner's got an opportunity to go over there and maybe clean up, right? So I feel like the word that I want you to really think about is that I don't want you to be predictable, right? I don't want that net player thinking that they have any clue of what's coming next, right? Whether you're going to go cross court, whether you're going to lob, or whether you're going to drive a ball right at them, right? One of the things with the lob that I hear so much is, well, it's just kind of, wussy type of tennis, the lob. And I'm going, you've got to be kidding me. right? A lob return to serve is as good sometimes, and sometimes if not better, than an approach return to serve. If you hit a clean lob over that service partner, you're not staying back, right? You're moving in, right? It's just like when you get a second serve, and let's say you want to play a little backhand chip and charge cross court. We're not staying back. We're getting in. And the whole premise there, obviously, is that in theory, and it's more than just in theory, the team that gets to net first in doubles typically wins the point. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. Nothing's a guarantee, right? And the same thing with this doubles return to serve. I showed you a video yesterday where, Paul, tough out wide serve to my backhand. And yet I was so focused on my target, not thinking about Lenny poaching, that I went ahead and just focused on that. I just concentrated on my target, right? Hit the target. Lenny moved. And so, look, I mean, does it work every time? No, of course it doesn't work. I mean, there's some situations where you just can't get the kind of return you want. That's okay. There is no lockdown, fail-safe, guaranteed formula for anything in the game of tennis. And if you miss a ball, or if the guy poaches on you and you didn't see him going, don't think you got to reinvent the wheel. Don't think that there's got to be some formula there, that every time that you apply the formula, it's going to work, right? So look, that gets more into the mental thing. So I guess the message today is that we've got to feel like we're taking charge. 3 basic shots, and that's all you got to have. A cross court, whether it's a drive, whether it's a chip, whether it's a slice, whether it's a bunt, right? I mean, one of the ways that I like to keep that active server's partner from not being active, I like to take it early, right? A second serve. Look, let's be real. It's all relative. Most of the guys in my age group and your age group, excuse me, the second serve's not enormous. I mean, they might have a nice bounce to it, but if you were to work hard enough and spend enough time on taking it early, you could get good enough to be able to bump it cross court and take it early, so that you're taking time away from that active server's partner. That's one way, right? But you've got to be able to go cross court. You got to be able to lob, have to be able to lob, and have to be able to lob with a really offensive mindset. And then the third thing is you got to be able to take a ball, return, and just drive it right at that right at that service partner. Look, if they poach and you're hitting a standard drive, you're not trying to create a winner, you're hitting a standard drive and they move, point over, right? You guys win the point. You don't have to hit it up the line. You don't have to thread the needle, right? If you hit it right at them and they kind of chunk the volley, either you or your partner now have an easier ball to be able to clean up with. So you need to be proactive. You need to not be predictable with what you're going to do. And once you can do those things, not be predictable, you feel mentally that you're taking charge, and you've worked on those 3 standard returns to serve, you're going to make that active server's partner a statue. They're not going to know what you're about to do. And so, look, tomorrow we're going to continue this conversation. I'm going to show you, a point tomorrow that continues to drive home what, to me, is the one big thing that we've got to get organized with this week on this doubles return to serve with an active service partner, is flipping the picture from you thinking that they are in charge to just the opposite, that you're in charge. And so we'll see. we shall see. And yeah, as I said in the top, I got a little mini course coming out Thursday for you on this specific topic. I'm not going to go into the entire game of doubles, how to play doubles, how to dominate or do any of that stuff. We're going to have a mini course specifically on this. And just like all the other ones, it's going to include some mindset stuff. It's going to include some some minor technique tweaks so that you can have some disguise about what you're going to do with your return to serve, right? Whether you're going cross court, whether you're lobbing, or whether you're driving right back at that service partner, there are a couple, 2 or 3 technique tweaks that we got to make sure that you've got. Tactically, we're going to work on that in terms of when, right? When do we want to show 1 or more of those 3 shots? And then I got to give you a practice plan on how to work this stuff, right? And I will do that. Again, a mini course, a short course. I don't want to give you a bloated, here's a 98-minute course that you got to sit and kind of, grind your teeth through and try to figure out, well, what are the, what things should I actually be working on? No, I want to get straight to the point with you. So we're going to keep this short, and I'll make it worth your while. Guys, I want to hear from you down below in the comments area, or even better, shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. Let me know what's on your mind with your doubles return to serve. And it could be, it's not even about an active server's partner, but when you're playing doubles, what's your number one question that you got? And let me know. I would love to know. One of the things that I want to help you with Thursday in that course is going to be, if you're a right-handed player and you're in the do side, or if you're a left-handed player and you're in the ad side, and you've got a server going down the tee, how do you take that backhand back cross court? And I know, for me, it used to be a tough shot, and I finally worked it out technique-wise. And once I worked it out technique-wise, it really became super simple. But there are some technique tweaks in that particular shot that you got to practice and feel comfortable with. And I want to show you how to do that in this upcoming mini course on Thursday. What else? That's it for now. All right, guys, let me know, comments, or shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. What's going on with your specific return to serve in doubles? What's your number one question? What's your number one challenge, problem? What do you want to fix? What do you want to do instead? Right? And just let me know. Guys, it's time for all of us. We got to get out there today. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day. Let's do that. And I'll see you again tomorrow.